In today's video, I will teach you how to solve word problems leading to quadratic equations. In the last video, we solved quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. If you haven't watched the video yet, the link will be in the description down below. By now, you should be comfortable solving quadratic equations using factorization and applying the Null factor law. What is a word problem? In life, we are often faced with lots of problems, most of which are word problems, which we are required to use our basic skills and knowledge in maths to solve them. A word problem is simply a mathematical exercise where sufficient information about the problem is presented in plain language rather than mathematical notation. In order to solve this type of problems using algebra, we need to translate the word problem into mathematical variables, operations, and equations. The following steps are important to follow when solving word problems. Read and understand it properly. A rough sketch may be very useful. Denote the unknown quantity by a variable. Use the information given to form an equation in X. Solve the equation, verify your result, and check if it is realistic. Write your answer in the form of a sentence. Example: the product of two consecutive integers is 132. Form an equation and use it to find the values of these numbers. We start by letting the consecutive integers to be x and x plus 1. Forming the equation, we get the product of x and x plus 1 is 132, which translates to x into x plus 1 is equal to 132. Multiplying out the bracket and rearranging gives x squared plus x minus 132 is equal to 0. Factorizing this equation, we have x plus 12 into x minus 11 is equal to 0. Applying the Null factor law and solving for x gives x is equal to negative 12 or x is equal to 11. Here, these two answers for x are valid, since integers are both negative and positive whole numbers. Using the conditions in the question, the numbers will be obtained by adding 1 to these values of x. Hence, the numbers are negative 12 and negative 11 and 11 and 12. Notice that negative 12 times negative 11 gives the same result as 12 times 11, which is 132. Hence, these values satisfies the given condition. 2. The length of a rectangle is greater than its width by 3 meters. If its area is 10 meters squared, find its perimeter. We will start by making a rough sketch of the problem. Letting the width to be x meters, the length will be x plus 3 meters. From the condition given in the problem, the equation can be formed. X into x plus 3 is equal to 10. Multiplying out the bracket and rearranging gives x squared plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Factorizing, we have x plus 5 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. Applying the Null factor law and solving for x, we will have x is equal to negative 5 or 2. But in this particular case, negative 5 is not accepted, since distance cannot be negative. So, the only valid answer is 2, therefore the width is 2 meters. Consequently, the length will be 2 plus 3, which is 5 meters. We can find the perimeter of any rectangle using the formula length plus width all multiplied by 2. In this case, we would have 2 plus 5 multiplied by 2. So the perimeter is 14 meters. Top tips: use a single variable, say x, to denote the unknown quantity. Using different variables like x and y will lead to a quadratic equation in two unknowns which will be impossible to solve. Work out the following. Pause the video and resume when you are done. Solving correctly give the following results. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.